So, quick intro. My name is Rebecca, and I read young adult fiction. Obviously, you read the title, my screen name. It's easy. I've never done this before, so bear with me while I get past the awkwardness of talking to myself in a little camera. Bear with me. And if I look down, it's because I see myself and it looks weird and I'm not used to it. So I read a lot of young adult fiction. I know I'm 17 years old, but I still cannot put down the supernatural romances and the action adventures and yada yada yada. I love that stuff. I'm not really going to shy away from it. Like next year, start reading War and Peace on my weekends. No, I'm going to be reading young adult fiction because that's what I like, and I'm probably going to be like 30-year-old Catwoman still reading young adult fiction. I like it. I've already read 1,000 young adult fiction books, so I'm not going to start with stuff I've already read. I'm just going to start where I'm reading now, or I just recently finished. And then if you guys want to, I'm sorry, this is like an introduction because it's my first video. Bear with me. I've said that 4 times. Oh well. If you guys want me to review something, go ahead, leave it in the comments. You don't have to rate. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. Like, just watch it or not watch it. Or you know what? Go read. What are you doing watching me? Go read. Okay, so, a couple weekends ago, I finished Fragile Eternity, and it's the 3rd book in the Wicked Lovely series by Melissa Marr. And what did I think about it? It's effed up. This book is like, to each its own. To each its own. I'm gonna say that. Did I understand it? No. Could I pronounce the words that she probably made up? No. Did I understand what was going on 24/7? No. I mean, it was a good book. No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. A friend recommended Wicked Lovely that I read 2 years ago, maybe. I read it, and the same thing happened. It was one of those books where you finish reading it, and I just sat there, and I said to myself, Self, what just happened? I said, you know what, Self? I have no clue. I don't know what happened. But I'm going to try. And then there's a book in between. The first book is about this girl, Ashlyn. And she sees fairies. Oh, and with the name, Ashlyn, a lot of people, it's Irish. It's a really Irish name, so you pronounce it Ashlyn. It's, ugh. I wouldn't know. I'm not Irish, but I know that it's spelled Aislinn. So it's like Aslan. When I first saw it, I was like, Aslan. I was like, isn't that the lion in Narnia? Like, and now I'm going to be thinking of like a talking like teddy bear. Like, what am I doing? So no, but it's Ashlyn. But, you know, because her friends called her Ash, that's a little thing. But still, the names are kind of But, you know, to each their own. If she wants to create a world with names like this, go right ahead. She's an author. Okay, basically, in a nutshell, she meets this guy who's a fairy, and she knows she's a fairy because she's sighted and all that. And then they get together. I don't really remember. There's another guy on the side. And then the second book is about her friend Leslie or Lisa. I don't remember. And she gets a tattoo, and then a fairy king kidnaps her. I read those books 2 years ago, or whenever they were like released. When I picked this up at Borders, I passed it by because it was right next to a book I was coming to get. And then I looked at the back, and I was like, oh, it's another series. And I always have this saying that series trumps new books when I'm buying Borders books. Like, I'll be there, and if I always have a list, like, I always have a list on my phone of, like, what books I need. And I always tell myself, if it's between 2 books, and one's a new book or a new series, and one's a continuation, I'll always get the continuation. It's just a little quirk I have. Anyways, so being that, I went ahead and bought Fragile Eternity, and I didn't even bother not reread the first 2 books before this. And I guess that kind of had an impact, because I knew the gist of it. I knew there's a boy and another boy, and she was torn between two, but she was with a mortal and supposed to be with another mortal. Anyways, so Fragile. I'm sorry, this is the worst book review ever. I'm sorry. It will get better. So, what is this book about? Basically, it's a continuation of Wicked Lovely. And Wicked Lovely is the story of Ashlyn, who is immortal, but she's sighted. That means she can see fairies. She meets this guy, Keenan, who's the Summer King, but doesn't have a queen, so his summer court is frozen and in pain because his mom is a frost queen that likes to kill things. And then her boyfriend slash best friend, Seth, is a mortal who has piercings and is punk and lives in a trailer park in a railroad thing. She is destined to be Keenan's summer queen, to bring back peace and hotness to summer. And that's where Fragile Eternity picks up, and it's her struggle dealing with two guys and people trying to screw them over. And Seth goes to fairy world and becomes a fairy for Ashlyn. That's this book. Overall, I mean, it's an intriguing concept, but it is confusing, and things are happening, and if you don't know the backstory about Fae, fairies are called Fae. I don't know the backstory of Fae. I was never into fairies. I didn't even like Tinkerbell. I thought she was a bitch. It is intriguing, you know, if that's the right word, but confusing. And if you are a fan of the Wicked Lovely series, kudos to you. Like, I like books that people don't like, so to each their own. But I'm just saying, confusing. Thanks for putting up with me. This is my first video, and it's really awkward just looking at a camera and looking at a little green light and talking, because I'm questioning my sanity, and then I don't know what I'm saying. I don't have like a script. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should script my videos from now on. You guys probably exit this. Maybe I should script them, but I wouldn't even follow them because I just think thoughts just flood into my mind at the time I want to speak them, and then I lose what I was saying, and then all this. If you want to keep watching, support, comment, tell me I'm horrible, tell me what to do, help me, recommend books. I like to read, you like to read, tell me what you like to read. Cool beans, we're all going to get together, great. Give me a year, maybe not. I don't think I could do this for a year. I don't think my sanity could do this for a year, but we'll see where it goes. And tune in next time when we review The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, because it was the next on my pile. And yeah, I'm a Twilight fan. Sorry.